The truth's out there. Media, you should have found these witnesses. You need to do your job. Now you see them out here. Do your job.
We're here today because we have all been receiving massive numbers of phone calls and emails and personal comments when we're out walking our dogs in our neighborhoods about the conduct of this election. My office has received a record number of contacts, over 25,000 phone calls and emails as of yesterday.
You're essential to this republic, and without you doing your job, this republic can't stand. So now you got some information, you got some witnesses with courage. These people are heroes to me as a retired Army colonel. I look at them and I say, you guys are outstanding. Thanks for being a little step up. There's a lot of hard facts out there, and guess what? As history and change in 1863 in Gettysburg, back then it's July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, so on this day, history is changing for our country and state back at Gettysburg once again. I mean, I don't even know how this happened in America. We could send 50 years ago, men to the moon, but we can't run an election better than Afghanistan. Congressman Perry, you and I were in Afghanistan. And I don't know how in the heck Afghanistan has more secure, safe elections than Pennsylvania does. I mean, we move heaven and earth with American dollars to secure elections in Iraq and Afghanistan and elsewhere. We can't do it in our own state. It's by design. There's people in Pennsylvania not interested in safe, secure elections. And we have to correct this. There's two things that need to happen. First off, we need to make sure the real winner is sent forth from this presidential election. And number two, we need to fix this. This doesn't happen ever again. I can't believe we're having this conversation here in Pennsylvania. This is the kind of stuff I hear about that goes on in Belarus under Lukashenko, or in Russia under Putin, under Saddam Hussein's Iraq. Really? Here in our state? I mean, this is disgusting to me. I watched when I was doing strategy in Russia, Putin's people stuffing ballot boxes. The same thing that happened in Pennsylvania. When I saw that 15, 20 years ago, I was like, well, thank God we're not like that. What happened? What happened? And we're not going to let it stand. We have to protect our Commonwealth and our nation. The eyes of the world are upon us. And let's turn the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania from a laughing stock to the pride of the world once again, as we've always had been and need to be again.
This is regarding your state, your Commonwealth. You took an oath of office to hear a guy like Rudy fly into your state and make claims of sweeping massive voter fraud must piss you off at a very deep level.
Yeah, I don't take it seriously because no one really takes, Mr. Giuliani seriously. Everyone knows how this movie's going to end. Like I said, it's just this sad, weird pyramid scheme marketing thing at a ballroom at the Ramada, and this wasn't an official function of the Pennsylvania State Senate. I'm the president of the Pennsylvania State Senate. There was nothing official about this. This was simply just some weird rally in a hotel ballroom designed to spread more information, because that's all it is. All they have is lies. They've had over 3 weeks now to come up with anything concrete, and they haven't. Where's the voter fraud? Not one single case of voter fraud, aside from the 2 established cases in Pennsylvania, which both involved Republicans trying to vote for Trump with their relatives, whether they were dead or living.
Well, at least you've got Republican lawmakers at the White House tonight where they make the COVID fresh. They'll be coming back home after that gathering this evening. How does this leave your opposition party, the Republican Party in Pennsylvania, after this? Do you think they'll be healthier or poorer for having been dragged through this process, in some cases helping lead this process?
Well, I understand there's elements in the Republican Party that need to pander to this lunatic fringe / death cult that is part of the Republican Party now. And I hope they had a good time at the White House. It's not going to change anything. So this idea that they have somehow uncovered any fraud or there was any fraud is absurd.
You sent out in the state of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania 148 absentee or mail-in ballots. You received back 1.4 million approximately. However, in the count for president, you counted 2.5 million. I don't know what accounts for that 700,000 difference between the number of ballots you sent out and the number of ballots that ended up in the count. That number, 2,589,242, was on your government website until yesterday. And yesterday it was removed without explanation. I'm going to be very interested in hearing what the explanation is. And I can't imagine you could possibly certify without knowing the explanation of that, as well as the explanation to the 22,686 mail-in ballots that were returned on the day they were mailed. That's a trick. How about they were returned? How about 32,591 were returned the day after they were mailed? Another 20,000 were returned before they were mailed. Of course, I think this is a kind of a low count, and I guess the crooks in Philadelphia are disappointed in this. They only submitted 8,021 ballots from dead people, mail-in ballots for dead people. It's probably easier for dead people to submit mail-in ballots than it is to vote in person. You had about 30,000 of those. We're checking the records of the cemeteries around Philadelphia. You have 4,984 mail-in ballots that were never requested.